roughly in the morning.
I immediately go back to sleep. It's too late.
Alright. So what do you guys want to do?
I'd like
I
to
am
hide.
walking downstairs, and I'd be like, "We want to take this job."
Alright.
I would like to order a beer and say we would like the job as well.
Benedict's sort of looking there going, whoa, you're both very eager. I like good workers. What job did you take? And for you, 1 beer. Although
Did you
it's
just say
very early.
Dimitri? I thought his name was Benedict.
Benedict.
Hey?
Ben.
Oh. His name was Dimitri. I'm just like, what?
Nope.
Benedict Keaton Dimitri's the burly dude. Anyway, we're taking the bodyguard job because bodyguard's an oath. We want this job's an oath.
Okay. That's alright. We can sort that out. Although it's a little early to kick these things off.
I know. We're just
Sit down at the table. I'll fix you some food.
Alright.
mate, that'll be grouse. Can we get
We'll get the other guys down here. We'll get some breakfast going and a few beers. And look, what do you reckon we can do until this job kicks off?
This job will probably kick off soonish. Stealth check for Phil.
I wanted to hide at the start.
Well,
you're certainly hiding, buddy. I'll discuss with you the details, but sit down, enjoy your drink. I'll find you some food. He sort of walks out into the back, fires up a grill, nice big hot plate, and starts cooking you guys some eggs, bacon, and a few other things. Phil, why are you so stealthy?
Because I just wanted to hide.
Okay.
I don't want them to see me. I'm sneaking down though.
All right, so you're sneaking down,
surveying the area,
You-
seeing what's going on.
all right, you get a better look at this place, and you realize that it's a very wide and open hall. There's stairs that go up to a second floor, but there is a rope strung across it. Has a under construction sign.
Can I
With
go
that-
up there?
I mean, with that part you can. All right. So you see the railing, you see the sign, you read it, you completely ignore it. You duck under that rope without an issue. You don't even touch it. It doesn't move whatsoever. You slowly crawl upstairs. Upstairs you find a nice set of benches, seats, tables. No cutlery or anything there. There's a new partition wall being built. And there's also a very big table and that up the back.
Is there anything of interest?
Roll a perception check at this point. Or investigation.
I'll go perception.
All right. Perception it is. You look around. There's panels and boards and stuff everywhere, and you're not too sure what the construction is going on, but you can see that it's quite messy at this point.
All right, I'm gonna go sneak my way back downstairs and join everybody else.
All right. You make your way back downstairs, duck under that rope once again without a problem. You sneak all the way up to the table, manage to take a freshly cooked piece of bacon straight off there before anyone even notices you're sitting.
Anyway, I wanted to sneak up behind Jin and say, "Boo!"
Okay.
Wait, who?
You.
Me.
All right.
Oh. What do I roll against? What do I roll against Spook?
You can roll.
Perception to see if you see.
I was going to say I was just going to take it off your passive perception, but if you really want, roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Me?
Wait, that's
no, Jin.
I
already rolled.
I accidentally clicked on performance. Hold on.
10. No, you have no idea.
Aw.
You have no idea until he yells it in your ear.
Am I spooked?
Yeah, you are surprised as fuck.
Okay.
Hey buddy, how's it going?
Too early in the morning.
I suppose I eat food with everyone else.
All right. Well, I'm guessing we see Phil after he yells boo. Phil, what'd you see up
Shit.
there?
Up
Well,
where?
none of you know he went up there.
Up where?
Oh, Phil, where have you been?
I just got up.
Oh, I believe you.
I trust this man entirely.
Don't forget the subtle wink.
It's
All
too.
right, so
You were too stealthy. I did not see your wink.
Benedict and the barkeep have made you all some pretty nice breakfast by any standard. They've
Mm.
poured you a few drinks as well. Pearl says they're on her, so you haven't had to pay for any of this.
Thanks, Pants.
Pants, you're such a good stealer.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Pearl, were you down here the entire night?
Pearl just sort of looks at you for a moment and goes, "I was standing watch."
Beep boop.
Okay,
Beep boop.
okay.
She likes to beep and boot, mate.
Found it.
When did you get so Australian, or whatever the mythical
Mate,
equivalent of Australia is?
mate, I've always been Australian.
Jeez, you go on New Zealand there.
I believe you.
Crikey, you trying to pick on me?
I do not care enough to investigate further.
So while breakfast is being prepared, Ben mentions something rather to the barkeep. He sort of nods his head, makes his way to the door, and walks out. Whoop.
Jesus! And what happens when you walk through the door?
He sort of tripped and fell.
Warped into another dimension.
Hey, was that the whiny bitch?
No, that was the.
No,
that was
that's
Josh,
just the barkeep.
What was the barkeep's name?
Josh.
Josh.
That's what I had it written down as, anyways.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I just didn't hear who they said was walking out of the bar.
Who's the guy I kept spitting on? The dude that
You
rat at.
slapping, and that was Jim.
No,
That was Jim.
I know. I was slapping Jim. I think he was spitting at Josh, the barkeep, wasn't
Ooh.
Yeah,
You're
last
testing my
time-
memory now for those small details.
Yeah, last
I'll look
time
it up
I
later.
Spat on Jim, and then Benedict came and scruffed me.
Yeah, because you tried to swipe a drink.
Yeah, well, Jim's a bitch.
he? Yeah, Jim was a bitch.
Anyway, Ben says, "Enjoy the meal. Josh has just gone to sort out your next job. He should be back soon."
what a grouse guy.
He goes back behind the bar and starts doing his daily routine of getting mugs cleaned and everything prepped and ready for service.
Have we noticed anyone come in or out since we've been here, or has it just been us?
It's been pretty early morning. We'll say about one or two people might have walked up to the board, took a look, walked back out. But for the most part, it's very early morning for what you would consider a place that probably wouldn't be open till about 9.
Okay.
Open 24/7, but most people probably aren't in this early.
Open. So, do we wish to go out and see the city before we take this job, or are we going to sit here and wait?
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, let's go on
can
the tour.
you ask Benny if we've got time to go for a wander around and have a look at anywhere in the city interesting?
He thinks for a moment and goes, "If you want to look around, go look around. You've got plenty of time, and as you have already taken the contract off the wall, the job is yours at this point."
Cool.
Cool.
How many jobs can we do? Just one at a time?
He sort of looks at you funnily and thinks for a bit, and he goes, "Some jobs work in and amongst each other. You might be traveling to one place and another could be nearby. But for those 3 jobs that you were looking at, they're a bit few and far between."
I feel
Alright,
like he's trying to say that there's assassination missions and bodyguard missions trying to protect those targets. There may be
You gotta
conflict
take
of
the
interest.
bodyguard. You gotta take the bodyguard. I'll take
You get the
assassination.
idea that some jobs that show up on the wall might be close to each other, therefore you could take multiple contracts. But the 3 you were looking at are a bit more spread out.
Yeah. And he doesn't think there's any up on the wall that we could do along the way to this bodyguard job?
Well, the bodyguard job is mostly in the city. He said we've had a few problems with some new locals.
Dodgy new locals.
And
I'll
let
see
us
any
not-
around, I'll tell you.
Let us not forget, we also have that business with the rats in the crate to look up.
We've got, what, 1.5 days until we can go back and jump in that box and find out who it
Yeah,
belongs
I'll say you have 2 days because they weren't counting yesterday, seeing as you were already there. So it's today
Yeah.
and tomorrow, and then you'll be required for that other job.
Okay.
So we
If
go
you
check
want
out. We go check out the city. We come back. We take the bodyguard job. We knock that on the head, and then we jump in boxes.
Yeah, because I'm locals and jumping.
All right,
I look at
Benedict.
Phil. You're making fun of the way I talk.
No, it's just accident.
You're making.
Right.
You're making fun of me, little numb person.
I hide.
Rostel.
Well, if you want to go look around the city,
Fuck.
Phil can show you around.
I don't think I can beat that.
Who can?
Mate,
Phil
I
can
am
show you
scared.
around.
Ah, Pearl. Come
And
on, Pearl.
Nope.
if you want to go adventuring on your own, he sort of reaches down under the bar, takes a look around for a minute. He goes, "Here is a very crude map of what the city looks like.
Ooh.
Ah,
Hey,
nice.
hey.
What a bonza map.
There's a
This-
Colosseum?
Yeah, there is festivals and games held, but it's mostly outside the city.
Where's the UI here sign? Where are we?
Dock
You're
district.
just
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, there, I
just
see
north just north of the dock district. There
Yeah,
should be
I-
a little boat
Yeah,
between two
yeah.
houses.
I see it. The ship. The
the
ship
ship
stuck
that is
between
in
the
the
two
middle of
buildings.
land. Yes, gotcha. Q.
Wait, where?
Bottom,
there we go.
bottom half
Right,
of the
right,
of,
yeah,
of the map.
Yeah, no, I got you now. I got you now.
Yeah.
Ship between two buildings. Gotcha.
So,
Oh,
Mr. DM, do I
Yeah.
do I recognize most of what's on this map, or does it look completely alien to me?
You and Chase have been here before, as well as Pearl, so most of you know your way around fairly well. Chase knows more of the docks area because he's spent most of his time there. You've spent more time in the higher end district and the trade district itself. You've looked around in the commons, and the only interesting things you found were probably a few bakeries and temples.
What part counts as the higher end district? I only see commons and trade district.
Okay, I didn't write that part in. It's basically that small part just between the castle. So you got the castle or the keep. You've got the high end district in that wall,
Oh,
and then you've got the commons on the north side.
okay. I
trade
wasn't
district on the
sure
south.
if the buildings inside the castle walls were high district or if it was just like barracks and
Castle shit.
brothels and shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
What is
no,
it? What
that's-
is it? The kings like? They like horses.
Wine, lots of
I've wa-
wine.
I've watched Game of Thrones. I know they fuck a lot.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Oh, mate.
Early seasons.
All right. So where do you guys think we should go?
I think we rob the
Any
castle.
ideas?
Well, I will have business in the high end district, but that can wait till we search elsewhere.
I'm going to explore the castle.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right. So are you guys going to adventure as a group, or do you guys want to split up for this part?
I'll go with Jim.
I was
Well,
going to go
that-
with Chase just because I feel like if we both know our way around, there's less likelihood of us getting lost.
I'm gonna just start going for a wander around the docks. So I'm gonna head out of here and go for a wander around the docks and sort of keep my ear out to any chit chat. Look for anything interesting. See if the ship's there and if everything's all good, and sort of just get a feel for the place.
Okay, well, if Chase is
Okay.
doing that, then I'm going to go to the fancy district.
But I'm going to follow you guys. I'm just going to do this first, like a quick little couple of
okay,
minute
so
walk around.
yeah, detour through the dock district up to the high-end district.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk through the docks district, you look around. It's early morning, and surprisingly enough, it is still quite busy for the docks. Ships are getting loaded up, sent out. A few other ships are on the horizon, making their way in, like you did the day before.
They're making their way downtown. They are walking fast. Their faces past. I think that one's homebound.
So are there any secret signs or symbols around?
Okay. I mean, are you purposely looking for these things, or are you
Yeah,
just taking
I
a
mean-
glance or two as you walking
No,
walking
I'm
by?
purposely looking around while I'm with the guys. So.
Do we just see Phil, like, as we're walking around, he, like, walks up to, like, a random wall and looking at scratches on the walls, like, nope, that's not language. Okay.
All right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
More
so
hieroglyphs.
I'll get, if you're specifically looking for that sort of stuff and you're taking a good hard look around the place while you walk, roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
Remember, druids have their own secret language, but thieves can't.
Okay. This city is very new to you. You're not entirely sure what
Different dialect.
what symbols and stuff there are. There are multiple scratchings and stuff on walls and alleyways. Some of it are in common, basically saying keep out, or you get the gist of maybe kids writing on the walls, graffiti like work.
Warning,
Yep.
high
A
voltage.
few other things that you can't read, but for the most part, you don't notice anything specifically stand out.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
You keep walking through the docks, you listen to a few conversations, everything seems to be going quite well and business-wise.
Yeah.
Everything's been busy as it can be, considering that summer is on its way and everything's picking up.
Is there any chatter about the night before, like any commotion or anything?
You hear a few words as you're just passing by and walking around about one of the warehouses having a bit of a infestation problem.
Yep.
But for the most part, it was only one warehouse that was had the issue, whereas before they were worried they were going to have to quarantine all of them.
Possibly a giant thunderclap that could be heard for like 300 feet away.
Yeah, apparently there was a sound of thunder, even though there was no clouds in the sky whatsoever. But for the most part, not a lot of details.
Cool.
Do we
You
see,
might get the feeling that it was being kept more quiet than common knowledge.
as we're walking along the docks, do we see Jim?
You can walk past the boat if you want,
Is it
see
on our
who's
way?
there and who's not.
I
It would
would
be
like
way back at the
to-
docks. You're more so walking through some of the buildings,
Okay,
the
never mind.
open bars.
Can
I
I
was
just
gonna clap him around the
make
ear
a
as we walk
reaction
past.
to if we bump into Jim, just spit in his face?
And
I try to
me
tie
to
shoelaces
slap
together?
him over the back of the head.
And can I try and tie your shoelaces together?
Oh my god, you guys are
Well,
brutal.
Well, it's because he's a bitch.
I'm going to go to the castle and observe the castle gates.
Anyway,
All
we'll
right.
continue on. If nothing interesting has happened,
Yeah.
then we'll.
So you walk through. You keep an eye out. A few things interest you, but nothing really stands out in the ways of stuff you might want to buy. And you've all had a pretty full breakfast, so you're not looking for any food. Kyle, you're making your way to the castle, yeah?
Live
I want
mouse
to
for
observe,
capiche.
I want to observe the wait staff. I want to observe the baker to see how the servants get in and out and what they dress like.
Okay, so you leave the building. You've taken your map. You have a rough idea of where you're going. You spend a little bit of time walking around, find the gates to the higher end sort of noble district. You walk through. After stepping through and going for a bit of a walk, you start to notice that a lot of the people here are very well off, and they're dressed very differently to how you're commonly dressed because you just literally got off the boat. You get the idea that you're not quite blending in as much as you should. You also notice that a lot of the people here are not what you would consider common races. There's humans, there's dwarves, there's elves, there's also some minotaurs, a few tabaxi, dragonborn.
Okay.
There's a very wide range of races here, and this is something you haven't really seen before.
So I speak Sylvan and I speak Primordial. Do I pick up anything in any of those languages? Oh, and Giant. Do I speak in any of those exotic languages? That's
Chase's furry
interesting.
sense is tingling.
Get me out of this city.
All right, so you sort of walk around, you look around, you keep a few tabs on some interesting places here and there, and a lot of the more interesting people. You sort of walk up to a few food districts. You don't actually buy anything, but you stand near and listen to a few conversations. A lot of them are looking forward to a festival that's coming up.
Okay.
Um, you get the feeling that it might be a harvest festival, just from what people are talking about. But there might also be some games and entertainment that are going to take place.
Yes.
And you also hear about some archmages and some diplomats that are in the area, and that they've had a few talks on what changes might be happening and a few other things. And is there anything else?
In my brain, I thought you were about to say talks about what needs to be done.
No, just talks about like laws and some things that might be looking at changing. But it's not nothing. It sounds like nothing you're really interested in. The only thing that sort of catches your attention is the mention of a dedicated or restricted library in the higher end district.
Ooh. Would
But
I
you're
know?
not. It's not marked on your map, and you're not sure where it would be.
So are the people that are talking about the dedicated library, are they going anywhere?
No, they're just basically they've been standing at a bakery. They've got some very delicious looking scrolls and treats. More of a snack, dessert sort of thing that they're eating. But they're just
Okay.
standing there talking to each other. One of them's dressed in quite well off robes. Another one's almost wearing a suit, but it's been adjusted slightly.
Can I go up? We'll go up to the Musk where he gets where he got the robes. There's like I do the hi, like my robe. Like I lost my robes. Where'd you get those ones? Those ones are fabulous. I'd like to pick some of those up.
You say it like that.
Yes, I
Okay.
say it like that.
Quick question:
Okay,
when the DM said about them eating scrolls and rolls, did anybody immediately jump to like magical scroll?
No, I
'Cause
went
in
to
my
the bakery.
brain, I'm just like, here's a roll, hum num num. Here's a scroll, fireball.
I went to, oh, let me guess, someone stole your sweet roll.
Gumdrop buttons.
Okay, so you walk up and approach, and you say that to them, and they sort of look at you for a moment. Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage. 13.
13.
Okay. Okay. One of them sort of looks at you, scoffs, and just ignores you outright. The other one looks at you a little bit interested and says, "You really want to know where I bought these?" And he's pointing
Yeah.
more to his robes. The other
Yeah,
guy
They
doesn't
look
seem to care.
fabulous.
That's very nice of you to say, if not a little bit strange. But yeah, why do you want to know where I got these?
Stranger danger,
Well,
stranger.
Well, the thing is that I obviously just came off the boat after doing a long job, and like I like to wear high-end fashion, and those things look amazing, and I want a pair of these for myself so that way I can look good. Like I've got lots of money to do it. I just want to look good. I want to feel good in my skin.
He sort of looks at you for a moment, and then he smiles. He goes, "I am also a fan of fashion. Fashion is
Ooh.
Fashion is a new friend, and if you have lots of gold, you definitely shouldn't have a problem finding some clothes in the high-end district. Although I'm confused as to why you're looking like such a commoner.
Well, the issue is that I had to go and do some jobs, and sometimes you need to look bad in order to let people underestimate who you are.
He sort of looks a bit taken back by that response. He goes, if you're well off, you would normally look well off. But I suppose sometimes you have to, as they say, blend in. Sure. You want to go to the Magic Needle and Thread. It is northeast of here.
Oh,
Quite a few blocks.
oh, thank you. I'm going to head there right now. By the way, my name is Kyle. What is your name?
My name?
Yeah.
You don't know who I am.
No.
Don't watch that
Pity.
link now. That's just what I thought of when he said fashion is my friend.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too. I wasn't thinking of this version, but
He sort of goes, I thought you might have been. Never mind. He goes, it's that way down the street, and nice to meet you, Kyle. He looks to his other friend, who's sort of standing there, shaking his head in response as if, why are you bothering? And then they both turn around and walk off.
Okay. Well, I've got to head there.
Okay.
Just
Chase?
quietly between the group. Were we still interested in someone going and getting their warlock register or something?
None of us are warlocks.
I know.
We
I just had
definitely- like after we go into the high-end district where I was going to go, we can go check out the registration area.
Yeah, I just had a note here. I thought someone wanted to go there. That's all. Just in case anyone forgot. But no, I'm happy to go to the high end district.
Yeah.
All right. Does Capiche want to do anything?
I'm just. Are there any like vermin in the street, like rats or mice?
Um,
A few cats, maybe.
Sure. Roll.
Yeah, or stray cats. Stray cats are fine.
You walk out. You look around the vicinity streets of the inn, and surprisingly, there are no rodents anywhere to be found. You can go searching a bit further abroad if you want.
No, it's okay. I just want to keep an eye out.
Okay.
You know, if I see any like stray cats or stray dogs, you know, they're good for later.
Don't chew on the Minotaur.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I've never seen a minotaur before, so I'm sort of I'm looking at them as well, checking shit out.
It is big coward
Yeah.
legs.
So you were also out. I'm guessing you're out on your own for the moment.
I'm just like I'm waiting for something to happen, like because I'm here to get. I've got my motivations.
He's here to get laid and paid.
All right.
Not in that order.
You know, so I'm not
Alright.
too fussed. I got
So
nothing going on.
You spend some time walking around the streets. You see maybe a rat or two here or there, but for the most part, the streets are pretty clean and well off. Even though it's you sort of trade district and you walk closer north towards the commons area, it's still relatively clean. And for a city its size, you're a little bit surprised.
Disappointed as well. I was getting snacky.
All right. Okay. Yeah. What's next, guys?
I guess we're just heading to the
Are we all together?
Well, you three are. So Jin, Chase, and Phil are. Kyle's gone looking for
I
a
don't think I
fashion
would
shop.
have wandered off. I'm just waiting for whatever's going to happen next. I'm just observing.
Yeah. I feel
Okay,
like
so
we
you're just
sort of-
hanging around near the shop.
Let's
Near the
split
battered
groups.
broadside.
Yeah, I'm just
looking for
observing,
rats.
checking shit out, looking for rats as I go around.
I sort of like hastily walk up to Kyle and sort of see like what he's up to and where he's going and if he's learnt anything.
All right, so
And maybe we should sort of like regroup and go somewhere.
okay, so you've started walking up to the higher end district and you're looking for Kyle.
So
I'll say, you will either see Kyle just before. I don't know. How quickly do you want to find this shop, Kyle?
Well, I'm heading there because I have an idea on how to find this library that I heard of.
Okay.
And I need an exact copy of that guy's ropes.
Is it crowded? Am I losing him?
Well, technically you weren't with him, and you left at roughly the same time, so he's ahead of you. By the time you get to the higher end district, I'd say he's also looking for the shop. So depends. Do you got Kyle? Do you see them, and do you catch
how
up with
about-
them, or do you just continue to do your own thing?
How about we roll perception for it?
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can.
Because like the thing is, like, I don't know that they're looking for me, and if they're actively looking for me, then they might be able to spot me on the way.
All right. So you can roll. You roll a flat perception, and you three can roll perception, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Chase can roll with advantage for it because I wouldn't be looking for Kyle. I'd be going
I'm
to.
along.
I'd be going
Alright.
I'm
for
already
the
looking for
place where
rats.
you can assume
Ah.
I'm going for.
I am looking for Kyle while keeping a stern eye on everybody else so we don't get lost. Rolls. Put.
Effort.
18.
Where's my roll?
Okay. Kyle doesn't see you because he's too busy looking for the magical needle and thread. But you guys do see him walking down the street, and you catch up to him just before he enters the shop.
What are you doing?
I pull them to the side, and I'm going to explain. Like, I'm going to relay the fact that they was talking about this library that's hidden. That is a dedicated library that's hidden away, and that I overheard two mages talking about.
Okay.
So why don't we just interrogate these guys?
Do we have any idea what this dedicated library is hiding?
I'm with Phil. Let's get the
I don't
direct.
know, but it sounds interesting enough that I want to check it out. So what I am doing at the Golden Needle and Thread is I am going to find an exact copy of that guy's robes and then use this guy's kit to make myself look like the guy and see if someone picks up on me going around and potentially lead me to the library.
Sounds like a good plan.
Was this man just wearing everyday clothes, or was he wearing like a uniform?
He was wearing like very fancy robes.
Okay. DM, would I have any prior knowledge of said hidden library?
You know of a library in the higher end district that is restricted to the Magical Institute. They are also the ones who deal with magical registration of warlocks and some other magic users, depending on the type of spells that they want to use.
Well,
So it's part of their building.
well, given that, I would say to Kyle, if he's interested in it, this would be where he would want to start and go. Well, Chase and I were talking about after we finish here to go to see the magical registration area. Do you want to maybe ask them about it there?
I would prefer to break into it silently.
Yes, because breaking in is so much easier than just asking, "Hey, can I see library?"
What about we just do both plans? How about you get that nice little robe you're after, and we can all go as a sort of a group. You can go at a distance, and we can sort of see if we can figure anything out.
Yeah.
As they say in my homeland, dope.
Aces.
All right.
Alright,
So you've had
so-
this conversation outside the shop. It's in a sort of street off the main street, so not too many people have walked past, and no one really seems to be caring. Although you have noticed a few people looking at you, probably
Well,
more so because of the way you're dressed, not that fact that you're standing outside the shop having a
I
discussion.
would imagine that when Kyle said he pulled Chase aside, we would have gone there and spoken in hushed tones rather than yelling out. It's like, "I want to break into library."
Chase considers himself a very well groomed and dressed man. On most occasions, unless he's partaking in brawling. Does he feel like these people who are also dressed nice are looking down on him as well?
Your sailor's outfit is clean and somewhat pressed, so you're not drawing too much attention. But it is odd to see 4 people standing outside a very high end.
Are we all dressed
Suit
like
shop.
sailors?
Well, I would
Yeah.
imagine if we were just going to explore the city and not do anything, that Jin would have put on his fine clothes.
I just want to say, Kipish doesn't really understand clothes.
Capiche just wears trousers,
I am
Yeah, I just
I
wear
know
flat.
loincloth and
denim
What do you want
shorts,
from
no
me?
shirt.
You know those pants that Aladdin wears?
Yeah.
That's what I wear. With the
All right. I'll make a note of that.
Capiche is Aladdin with a lizard head.
Basically.
I feel like we would get less looks if we had Capiche on a chain or something.
Try it.
Anyway, I've said my plan, but I also want to pick up these nice clothes anyway, so that I blend into the high society, because it might be good to have these clothes on hand.
I just would have liked to get changed before we left.
Anyway,
For the sake of everything else, I would say you're all wearing normal attire, common clothes, nothing fancy.
Well, I have my fine clothes. I would have put whatever.
I have my fine clothes too. I'm a very well-educated bard.
Jason and Jin are wearing
You
the
didn't
finest
say
of
you were
clothes.
putting your fine clothes on before you left. So
I mean, in my inventory, I have leather armor and fine clothes. I would assume I would wear one of those.
While Chase and Jin argue about how fine their clothes are, I'm going to head into the Gold Needle.
all right,
Batch, my clothes are finer than your clothes.
Hey,
all right. So
why are fine clothes so heavy?
Kyle walks into the shop. Do any of you follow him, or are you all just standing outside?
I'm going to wait outside and sort of just look around.
I'll slip in and just see what's going on.
You going to try and are you actually sneaking in, or are you just following?
I'll half-heartedly follow him in.
Okay.
That's not really an answer, but okay. It's like, are you sneaking?
I'll
or
take
are
that
you
as a
walking
no.
normally?
I'm not
Yes.
sneaking in, but I am
I'll take
going
that
in
as a
and going to see what happens. I'm not drawing
Alright.
attention to myself as I go in.
Okay, you both walk into the shop. Jin and Chase are standing outside, and you look around, and there are some very finely made clothes here. There's some very elegant made dresses from the left side of the shop as you walk in. A wide range of variety and different types. On the right side is suits, smart looking clothes, and towards the back you see robes and hats as well.
I would like to go and look at the rope to see if I can find the rope that looks like the guy that I talked to's rope.
All right, so you walk up and you take a quick look, and before you get too invested in it, a little older lady walks up to you and she goes, "Oh, welcome to the shop. I am Madam Susan of the Magical Needle and Thread. How can I help you today?"
Oh, yes, I'm looking for a particular robe. And then I described the set rope to her.
Okay, so you describe the robe to her. It was very a longer cut, mostly a light blue, silver, and it had some markings and some other things on it. You mentioned this to her, and she starts nodding. And then, as soon as you get to some of the finer details, she sort of stops and goes, "Oh, sorry, I can't make that for you. That's a limited order, and I can make you something similar, but it won't be the same."
It was a limited edition with pre-order.
Why? Can I see to find out why?
That is a special order for a gentleman that frequents this shop. I can't make an exact copy of it, but I can make something that looks similar, but it will not be the same.
But he said that he sent me to the shop to get a robe like that.
Roll a deception check.
Nat 20.
Oh shit. She looks at you very puzzled for a moment and takes a step back, puts her hand up to her chin and starts scratching it. She looks up and down at you. What? She's a bit taken back by the statement. Why would he? Is there any particular reason that you want robes exactly like his?
I mean, that's for me to know. It's not information that I feel privy that you need to know. He just said to come here and get a robe like it.
Well, I mean, it's a very odd request, I'll admit, but you've described it in very accurate detail, and honestly, you wouldn't have seen most of those unless you were up close and talking to him. So I'm guessing he must have gave you permission. Sure, I can make you some of. I can make you one. Okay, I can make it. It's not a problem. It will take me a little bit of time,
Okay.
but it can certainly be done.
Oh, I can wait here. It's all good.
Wait here.
Yeah. I don't mind waiting for you to finish.
Well, I mean, this will take me almost a week.
A week? Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
if you want an exact copy, it'll take almost a week. I can make
No.
something similar, but and that'll take me a day or two at most. But
No, I want this exact robe. That is what he sent me to get.
very well. Can I help your friend with anything? And she points to the smaller man standing behind
No,
you.
I'm good.
Okay,
What's gonna happen?
so you don't want anything.
No, I was just helping my friend Kyle out here.
Then get the fuck out.
She turns back. She turns back to Kyle and she looks at him for a minute and goes, "Oh, I get it. Not a problem."
And then while she looks back, when she looks back at Kyle, I want to use minor illusion to make it look like he's got bunny ears on his head. And then,
Put it this way: if you fuck this up, I will kill you. Like I will legit, like Kyle will legit kill you.
but you don't know I did it. You won't be able to see it.
She looks back at Kyle, who now has some bunny ears on his head. Looks back to Phil.
And I'm already
Back
out
to
the door.
Kyle.
I'm already out the door. I've just done that and left.
She pulls her hand to her face and laughs behind her hand, and she goes, "Very well. I will grab a measuring tape and we will get this done." And she takes her measurements that she needs to take, and she writes them all down. She goes, "Very well. This is a I would like to say one of a kind, but there is a certain degree to change in these. But if you want an exact copy as the ones you've described, it will probably cost in the vicinity of 20 gold."
Done. I give her 20 gold.
Excellent. Okay, well, I will have these ready for you in about 5. Come back in 5 days, and then if there's anything I need to fix, we'll fix it then.
Works for me.
Okay, and
Any
what
special-
was your name again?
My name is Kyle.
Okay, and she scribbles that down after the measurements, and she goes, "Very well. Thank you, and I better get to work."
Did she
Yeah,
measure the
that's
ears?
right.
Did you measure the ears?
No, she did not measure the ears, but she did. She had a good laugh at that.
Did I see them in any of the mirrors?
Does a minor illusion cast a reflection?
Uh,
Hold on. Vision ends if you dismiss the action. I'll say by the time you stand in front of a mirror, the 1 minute's probably passed, so you do not see them.
Okay.
So you just look like a fool.
he was the only one in the shop, considering that it's probably about 11 o'clock now.
Are there any dark alleys where I can get changed into my fine clothes?
Sure, you can find an alley that's less frequent. There's not really any dark alleys considering the sort of area that you're in, but
Yep.
there are ones that are less traversed.
Oh, can I also just buy some like fine clothes to wear so I'm walking around not looking like
Sure, she says. I sell regular fine clothes and in your size, but they are 15 gold.
done.
Thank you very much for your service.
Patronage.
And I put on the fine clothes.
Okay. You
And
use the
30
changing room, you get changed, you're now in some very fine clothes, a nice shade of green with some gold trimming on the collars.
I called them fine ass clothes.
Alright. Chase is also dressed up in his fine clothes. Any particular colours is up to him.
Minor finer.
Just what my picture shows.
Alright.
But like I got a nice big green robe, an emerald robe that's emblazoned with dwarvish lettering and stuff like that, and it does look it's very fine clothing.
Dwarvish
but
obscenities. It just
still-
says fuck down
still,
one arm and shit down the other.
It goes over my armor.
So
Okay.
So I go back to the side alley where they're standing. So
Most of them are standing on the corner of the shop.
Where we're
Only
playing rock,
Jin-
paper, scissors.
only Chase went to go get changed in the alley, and he's back by the time you come out.
Cool. I take them back to the alley because I got some questions to ask them.
What up?
So who are the ones that have been in the city before, like in the high society?
That would probably be me.
Cool. So what I do is I'd be like, hey, so when I ordered this robe, she was very hesitant until I name dropped it. I used name drops in air quotations because I don't know who that was. And I described the symbols to Jin. Does Jin know what those symbols mean?
Jin can roll me a history check, actually. 'Cause you haven't been in this city for quite a while.
Let me just find that on the ye old board of thingy-mabobs. How's a 12 treat you?
12. You get the feeling by the description of the clothes and the fact that they had some runes actually etched into them, and amongst other things, that you gather they were probably belonging to one of the archmages that were part of the institute within the city.
Fucking hell! I just bought archmage robes.
Yeah, it's fine. You can pass off as an archmage.
That is,
Yeah, you won't stand out at all.
I will be honest with you, my friend. That is probably not the greatest idea, considering there's not many of them.
Can I describe the person that I talked to Jin to see if he knows?
With that
Hang on.
history check, he only remembers what it is.
I would imagine
more
before
so
he
than
even
who it
starts
is.
saying, it's like, do you know who? It's like, you do realize that I have just returned to the city. It does not mean I know every single person in it.
Would Chase have an idea? Because he's also been to the city?
Look, I tend to stay out of the rich areas. I might have seen him walking past every now and then.
All right.
Maybe.
Can you?
Maybe I could.
Give me a
If I
quick
think too
rundown.
hard.
Give me a quick rundown of the person description. What he looked like.
DM?
The guy Kyle describes to you is an elven male. You would guess that he's probably older stages of his life, but the description of long silver hair, amber eyes, and a plethora of rings on his right hand, but his left hand is, funnily enough, has nothing on it. You gather that no name actually comes to you.
Oh no, I was not looking for a name, but all you have given me, Kyle, is you have described an elf to me. There are many of those in the city.
You
Yeah.
you gather he's someone important, and you know why he might be important, but you don't remember who he is.
DM, have I walked past this guy previously or anything like that?
From spending most of your time in the docks area, I would say that you've heard about some of the archmages that are here, but you would not have seen. You probably wouldn't
Yeah.
have seen them, and if you did, you wouldn't have known them.
I wouldn't have really cared either. I don't think.
No, not
Kinda
unless
like
they.
Newell.
Not unless you actually, based on your background, not unless you actually had a contract to work for them or do something for them, you would have never met them. And because they're so high up, you would have probably dealt with someone who worked underneath them.
Yeah.
Yes, they do not tend to wander the rabble of the streets.
I'm
Not
all
saying you
about
are
that rabble.
Not saying you're a rabble, but the dock area, they probably send their own.
No,
plebs
that's
to go
fine. No
get.
offense taken. Rabble's my middle name.
Excellent chess rabble, wishbender, massive person dude thing. I don't know what your last name is.
Yes.
Covington the Third.
Well, my new
Chase
plan is to go
Wordsmith.
to this magical wizard institute.
Yeah, I think we should maybe
Scout.
head there, see what's happening there.
Okay. They've been gone for probably most of the morning now. Capiche, is there anything else you would like to do with your time?
Oh, judging by the conversation we were having in chat, I thought he was here with us.
Yeah, Capiche is
No,
there.
no. You guys left, and he decided he wasn't going.
What?
So he
No,
was just
he's-
talking to.
I
Oh.
said I was just following them around. I'm just
Oh,
waiting
okay.
for
My
something to
mistake. I thought you said you weren't going far from the
No.
inn, so I thought you were staying there.
happen. I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Either that, or
Oh,
he
okay,
said
my
to
mistake.
a random person. The trick is to distract them with your hand, then disembowel them while they're distracted.
That's how you
To
play
a
rock,
random person.
That's how lizard men play rock paper scissors.
No,
Oh.
I just mean is like if you weren't there with us, you said that to a random person
No,
on the street.
No, that's all right. I thought he said that to some random person on the street, but I thought he was back at the battered broadside. I didn't realize he was actually following you around through the area.
Yeah, I've just got, I have simple needs. All I need to do is eat and, punch stuff.
We get
So-
back to the battered broadside. We find Josh disemboweled on the table after losing a game of rock paper scissors with Kabish.
Poor Josh. Okay, so you guys, you want to go look for this for the institute now.
Yeah, so I think we'll walk in separate groups, like not too far from each other. And I'll take the lizard dudes, and I guess Kyle and Phil can sort of like walk at a separate pace, just so we look like different groups.
Yep.
I am not a lizard dude, thank you.
My reptilian friends.
That is better.
Okay.
There is here with the new.
Nice to have a friend.
It's nice to have a friend. What did you say, Kyle?
It's chasing the furries. The new hottest band in town.
That yeah, that's going to be his band name by the sounds of it.
Unfortunately, I'm not proficient in animal handling, but I'll give it a go.
Don't worry, my friend, I am. Hold on, let me check.
I am, if you know what I mean.
Actually, I am not. I am not proficient in it.
I actually don't know.
Oh dear.
Animal handling. I have animal handling.
Also, not furries. Not fur. No
Animal
fur.
handling is good for catching
Scales.
random street vermin to eat.
All right.
All right, so
So-
moving on.
Yep.
Moving on. You look around for a little while. It takes you quite a while to figure out where you're supposed to be going, and you ask a few people, and those of you who are more finer dressed get along with it quite well, and conversations are easy to find. But Phil and Capiche have a bit of problem asking where certain places are.
Oh no, I'm just following Kyle.
I mean,
Eventually-
To the
Eventually,
old
someone
rabbit tail
points. You get enough directions. You point, and people pointing this way and that way, and you find the institute eventually, and it's just outside the higher end district, or the building that you've been sent to is.
now. Little does Kyle know, Phil actually cast Minor Illusion on from neck down. He's just wearing a Playboy Bunny Girl outfit.
I think I would notice that, and I think at this point, like the moment I noticed that, I would be mad.
Would you
Okay.
know?
Did you actually cast it?
No.
No, that was just
No.
me
Okay. Well,
bullshitting.
it doesn't matter, does it?
But he does have a funny tail.
Seconds, guys.
Did we lose you?
Hello? Yes, you know? Oh no, the DM has died.
DM! No!
No, he's dead forever.
Yet,
Oh,
just helping other people do some stuff. So yeah, you get taken to a building that's just outside the higher end district, on the corner of the trade district, and you walk up to it, and it says in big letters on the side of the building, Institute of 8, registration office.
Institute of
And-
what?
Institute of 8.
Yeah. And then
Registration and information.
yeah.
So I'm going to go into the registration information section.
Okay, so you walk up to the reception. You walk up to the reception desk, and there is a gnome man there, and he looks at you for a moment. He goes, "Greetings. How can I be of service today?"
Hi, I was wondering how I could join the Institute of 8.
You want to join the Institute of 8?
Oh yeah.
That is a very odd request. Most people do not simply apply to join like that, but I'll find someone who can help you. And he
Of course.
sort of hops off his chair, walks around the side of the thing.
While he does that, I'm going to cast enhance ability on myself using Eagle Splendor to give me advantage on charisma check.
Okay. So he's quite distracted and doing whatever he's doing for the moment, and then he writes something down on a piece of paper, folds it in half, sits it under a bell, and hits the bell. He goes, "Someone will be with you shortly."
Awesome, thank you. I go and sit down and wait.
Okay. Is everybody sitting down, or
Is
yeah.
anyone else
Is
trying
this
to
sort of like just like a little reception area and we're all sort of like gathered around in there, or?
yeah? So it's a well enough sized room that you're not squashed. There's maybe one or two other people in here that just seem to be doing something that doesn't seem to be very important to you guys. But there's enough empty seats where you can all have one. The gnome looks back to everybody else and he goes, "Can I help anybody else?"
I would like to go up and say, "Greetings, I am Chase. I'm actually
Nice
a
to meet you.
bard." Oh, nice to meet you too. What was your name?
Oh, my name?
Yes.
I am Garth.
Garth. It's a pleasure to be acquaintance of yours. Look, I'm myself, my trade. I'm actually a bard, and I've come to Haven to sort of do a bit of research into the history. Could you please tell me a bit about the Institute of 8 and what the 8 actually means?
Oh, you must be very new to this city if you don't know. The Institute of the Institute of 8 is it's basically the governing body of magical users within this city. Um, People who have magical gifts can be trained, and they are able to help the community. We also provide guidance and provide safety for the citizens of Haven.
Huh. And I'm guessing there's eight higher mages.
Yeah, so there are 8 archmages. There is one for each school of magic.
Ooh. I feel this song writing itself. Have you got any more information that might help me in my little quest here?
Not for your songwriting, but I have to warn you that necromancy is prohibited within the city walls.
Well, if
If
there
you
was
are
a
part
bard
of
that could-
his group, and he points to Kyle, he says the person coming to help him will be able to fill you in for more details on that area.
What about reverse necromancy?
He sort of looks at you for a moment, a little bit puzzled by the sentence, and goes, "You will have to speak with the other person."
Is Capiche holding like a knife and a fork while he says that?
Probably, yeah.
Almost
He looks. He doesn't look frightened, but he does look slightly concerned.
I just wish Garth an excellent day, and thanks for just the small little chat, and I'll wait with my friend Kyle.
Can I want to walk up.
Actually, I don't say I'll wait with Kyle because I'm just going to pretend I don't really know him, just because I don't want to be affiliated with him as such at the present time. But I just thank him and sort of wander off and sit in a chair.
Yep. He nods and smiles. Perfectly fine. Here to help.
DM, would Jin have ever been here before?
You would have walked past the building a few times, but you would have never actually have came in. Most of the information on the city you were told when you were smaller, and at that time you didn't know the extent of your powers.
Ah, okay.
You basically learned most of your magical abilities outside of the city.
Oh, I just wasn't sure if, like, before going away to train, I would have had to do anything here.
No. So you knew necromancy was a bad thing within the city walls, but that was the extent of your knowledge.
Cowards.
I sort of ask the guys: is necromancy one of the 8 schools?
Yeah.
Necromancy is a school of magic, yes. Whether or not they prohibit and train it here is different question.
I have no idea.
Necromancy is a school of magic. There are the school of magics from memory are illusion, evocation, necromancy, illusion.
You said illusion already.
Well, let's just put it this way. There are 8 schools in total. That is one of them, yes.
Divination, enchantment, illusion, invocation, and necromancy.
Okay.
And war
Right.
magic.
A little while passes, and a door opens up behind the gnome man, and a mage steps through. You can tell he's a mage just simply by the way he's dressed. The man walks up to the gnome. "Who am I here to see?" The gnome
I don't know.
makes a hand gesture towards Kyle. Ah, excellent. Walks over. "Greetings. How may I help you today?"
I want to join the Institute of 8.
That is very straight to the point. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I am.
It's a bit of a process, I'll admit, and we normally don't accept people straight off the bat. A lot of the members are actually trained from a younger age at the magic schools throughout here and throughout the world. There are other schools of magic, and they get referred. Do you have your referral papers with you?
No, but I do have magical talent. And it would be a mistake not to let me join the institute.
While I'm sure you do have talent and everything else, only wizards with a referral paper from a magic school may apply to join the institute. This is, how can I put this in simple terms? This is a place of further learning. It is a higher education for magic users, but we also provide security to the citizens within these walls.
And
Similar to what you would call a town's guard, or in essence, you gather he's talking about a police force.
I wholeheartedly agree, which is why I want to join. And having someone that is a natural magic user would be of a benefit to the Institute of 8.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
But I've got a spell which gives me advantage.
Yes, you do. So straight roll it is.
Are you a sorcerer or something?
Perception. What was it?
Yeah, he's
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Nat 20.
Oh shit.
Wasting all our good rolls on this stupid fucking thing.
Join the police, boys.
He looks at you for a moment, And question is, I need a bit more information than your word. What is your magical school of training?
My magical school of training is, just give me a second, transmutation.
That thing.
Yeah.
So you specialize in transmutation magic. And which previous schools have you actually studied at?
He's an alchemist.
He's a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry.
He's a sorcerer, Harry.
Would I be able to pull a magical school out of my ass?
Can he pull a magical school out of his hat?
I don't know. Can you?
There's nothing up my sleeve. What
Would
does
I
I
be
pull
able-
this
Because
girl out of my
technically, your background said that your magical ability was because you were born with it, not trained in it.
Maybe
So the
he's
fact
born
that
with
you've
it.
gone
Maybe
with
it's
training,
Wolverine.
Do I in the background just be
We're all in the background.
have like a
you're all in the background on
and
this one,
just
unfortunately.
be minor illusion pulling shit out of his hat?
I mean, this city is hostile to warlocks, right?
Unregistered warlocks.
Maybe.
Okay. I am a sorcerer, not a wizard. As such, my speciality comes from my natural innate abilities of magic, not through the study of magic.
Okay, so you explain this to him, and he goes, "Oh, okay. So I understand that you have not been to a magical school for training, and that you
No.
were simply born with this gift."
Yes.
Very well.
Unrefined.
That will change a few things. I will take it into consideration, and I will put your name down in a list, and we will get back to you should we require you to come in and show us your skills and strategies. But at this point in time, we will not be taking.
Kyle's getting
We
shipped
won't be
off to
doing that
boarding
induction
school.
today.
Surely
So-
you could make an exception for me.
No, the exception is we're going to allow you to try out at a point in the future. You simply can't just walk in, don a uniform, and walk back out.
I'd like to point out-
I stick my hand up and say, "Can I join also?"
I will take your name and put it on a list as well.
Yay!
So what you're saying is that I can't join. Is that what you're saying?
I am allowing you the opportunity to try out at a later date, but you are not signing up here
You
today.
shall start as servant boy and maybe work yourself up to initiate.
In
I
other
like-
words, you've skipped most of the process, and you were actually being considered, whereas before you would have just been told a flat out no.
Yeah. So I've actually
DM talking to you here.
I'd like to just point out. at
Why
that
did he
point-
accept me?
Because you're a bard.
He's basically with that natural 20 on a persuasion of 24. He's considering that you've all sort of have a rough idea of what you're doing, and that you can try out at a later date. But it's not a confirmed you're in.
You've
He's
beat
giving
down the
you the
door.
chance.
He's still going to tell you to piss off, but he's going to let you try.
He's gonna let you attempt an entry exam.
Can I ask him, is before this entry exam, is there any place where we can, brush up on our magical talents by, I don't know, looking through some books in a library? Is there a library nearby? This is important to us.
He sort of looks at you for a moment and goes, "Yes, there is a common library at the corner of the Trades District. That is accessible to everybody. I mean, you didn't have to come here to do that."
Well, my friend, we're not after here just after a few little history books. We're here
Can-
after some magic. So we want some magic
Can I
libraries.
whisper something to Chase real quickly?
Go for it.
Oh, sure. So the whisper is, can you see if you'd be able to find out the identity of the man that I talked to? Because it looked really stupid before I did it.
Would it look any less stupid if he did?
I mean, I'm the one who rolled the nat 20 to get the thing.
It's definitely a little bit of meta, but I'll sort of take that in. Is he letting up about this library?
Yeah, he's telling you to piss off.
Yeah, he's telling you that there's a common library that anyone and everyone can use that carries fiction and non-fiction books.
Well, I say that. Well, you see, we've been told about this library from a very close friend of ours. You may know him. He's male elf, old. He has very long silver hair, amber eyes. We're very good friends, and he suggested a other library
Rings on
where we
one
could
hand, not
hone
on
our
the
magic
other.
skills.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Wait. Before that, wait a second.
No, it's too late. You can't
It's
retroactive
too
shit
late
now.
now.
No, can't
Okay.
retroactive shit now.
Oh dear.
Double 13.
So 13.
13. All right. He sort of looks at you for a moment and goes, "There is another library that is restricted access for individuals who are in and part of the institute. However, the man you were talking to, what was his name?"
It quite escapes my mind. We just
Yes, I'm
just
sure
call
it
him,
does.
Legolas.
Oh,
It was
Major.
Legolas.
I call him Major. I'm sort of like, I'm not fancy like you guys. I sling around the docks and,
Call him
I
Cobalt.
just call him Major. We
Yes.
definitely
Well,
forgot his name.
there are many elves with amber eyes who are part of this institute. So, yes,
Did I
there is a
mention-
restricted library. No, you will not be having access to it. at
Did
this
I
time.
mention he has a lot of rings on his right hand?
Is there anything else I can help you guys with?
As he goes to walk away, I like go up to him and says, "Oh, well, no, Kavesh, you can go first if you were going to say
I'm
something."
gonna walk right up close to him, like one foot away, and get right in his face. Be like, "Do you have a mint?"
Are you trying to intimidate him?
No, I just don't really get personal space.
Personal space. Okay. He doesn't budge, doesn't move, twitch, or anything. He just blinks as if he was normally having a conversation with all of you, and he goes, "I can help you with that." He walks behind the counter, grabs a mint, walks back up, just as close as you were before, and holds out his hand to the side. "Here is your mint." You take it.
Thank you very much.
Happy to help. Is there anything else I can help you all with?
I'd like to ask you if you want to say a magic trick.
Why not?
I am not associating with any of these people except maybe Chase.
I'm gonna make Buddy appear on Jin.
Yeah. Yes, I am quite fond of.
Okay, look, I can do magic. I can do magic too.
I am also quite fond of minor illusionary pranks. And
You're
then
just getting
before you know it,
hard-eye glared by Jin right now.
and before you know it, Jin notices that there's a pair of bunny ears on top of Phil.
I'm gonna
All
laugh
right.
and say thank you.
I just want to thank him for his time. And sorry, we didn't get your name. What was it?
Yes. I am Agrius. I am a member of the institute.
How the fuck you spell that?
Alrighty.
Agrius.
You were close.
Agrius.
Oh,
So what's his job title? Magic referral guy.
He's a member.
He looks at you and just says, "I am Agrius. I am a member of the institute, and I am more or less."
Headmaster.
He pauses for a second to think and goes,
Janitor.
"I'm more or less here to help other people understand what is and is not allowed within the city walls.
Oh, so he's HR.
I have a wide variety of jobs, but
It's
this
the whole
is
monitor.
the one that I like the most."
I'm
Yep,
just going to double back.
definitely
and,
HR manager.
I'm just going to double back and ask him. So me using minor illusion for shit like this, is that not allowed, or?
He looks back at you in a second. No, that magic is fine within these walls. There are certain I will call them wards throughout the city. Magic in itself is more than welcome here. We have a wide variety of mages from different schools and classes. We also have a wide population of varying races, from bestial to celestials. We have a very harmonious city here, but this island in itself is somewhat of a dangerous place, and this city offers a safe protection, and hence its name, Haven, to anybody who arrives here.
Thank you.
If you before you as you turn around and walk off, he goes, if you are caught using certain magic to harm other people or certain spells without a license, he says those wards will let he thinks and goes, those wards will let the local security know, and you will be dealt with accordingly.
But minor illusion's not going to trigger anything off, is it?
It is only a
No.
minor offense.
Do you just like have a boner for minor illusion, or
I just want to make sure I'm, not going to get myself into
He
trouble.
says, as in last
No,
game,
no.
was doing the same thing.
What was it?
So
I touched you.
yeah. So he basically says we have a wide range of humanoids of varying races and everything else. The city, you are allowed to use magic within the city walls if you cause harm to other people or use necromancy spells or other dark pact magic. Those wards act as a beacon to the local security, to the local town's guard, who then respond accordingly.
Have any of them gone off recently at all?
There have been a few incidents. Just you can have occasional drunken brawls. Mages can also sometimes
Chase pipes up at the word brawl.
get a bit loose with their spell casting.
Okay.
Chase
But,
also
no.
pipes up the word loose.
Sorry, just wasn't the rats that you dealt with last game something to do with necromancy or some shit?
We don't know.
Oh, we don't know. Okay. I'll just leave it there then
We
because I don't.
assumed demonic in nature, but because it didn't cast a spell, probably didn't set up a beacon.
Yeah, okay.
I
Maybe
am
you-
going to quickly ask where I can find out more information about the current archmages of the Council of Eight, so that way I'm prepared for the exam for when I am taking it.
He sort of looks at you for a moment and thinks the local library will have that sort of information. He says, however, if you'd gone to a magical school, you would know who they are.
Aren't you just a condescending little shit? I don't say that to I don't say that to
It sounded like you did.
Joke's on
But
you, every mage can mind
says-
read.
He says, nevertheless,
This is The Witcher.
hope I have answered all your questions today. If you should ever need any help, don't hesitate to come back. He said, I will personally help you guys through your transition in the city.
I would personally stand
And-
as a wall to make sure you don't get in.
And when the exams are ready, I will let you know. You may sit them. He looks
Awesome.
at both Kyle and Chase. And yeah, if any of you should require a license, I can also help with that. But as of now, I have another matter that needs to be attended to. Good day. He turns around and walks back to the same door.
As he leaves, I want to jump up and walk up to him as he's going, so I'm away from the group, and just say, it's like, yes, I just have one thing I wish to ask you before you go.
Yes.
I do not know if you are familiar with the Silverfang family.
I know of them. Yes, that's
Uh,
not a problem.
Yes, well, you see, I have been trained in the druidic arts via my uncle, and I was wondering if perhaps you could uh, show me around the place to see if it is worth my time getting a referral from him to train here in the future.
Oh, you are part of the family then.
Yes.
Well, if you have your papers,
I
we
I
can
do.
certainly sort something out.
I mean, I have a scroll of pedigree.
That would be the one.
Yep.
Do you show him that now, or are you?
I mean, I also have a signet ring, I think. Yeah, I have a signet ring, so I'm guessing that also has the family crest on there.
You would. He would be asking for both.
Well,
He would-
if he's
'cause
asking, I will show both. Yes.
he takes a quick look at them. Are you trying to hide it from the rest of the group?
Well, we walk. When he was going towards the door to leave, I walked up to him and asked his attention. So I'm guessing we're not standing near them.
Okay.
They would
Are
probably
you
see
guys
me
waiting
pull out-
inside, or did you guys also turn around to walk
Yeah.
out?
They would
I'm assuming-
probably see me pull out the scroll, but they probably wouldn't. They might not hear the conversation.
Are we still waiting in the lobby? Is that what you're asking, or?
Yeah, that's
I assume
what
as
I'm
soon as
asking.
we left, we would have left as well.
Okay, so you all would have turned and walked around. Just roll me a sleight of hand check, just to be safe here, because I
day.
only
Sleight of hand.
think.
Wait, what are you doing?
Ooh.
16. I'm just imagining it to be like one of the train whistles. It's the toot, toot.
It's like a lollipop.
16.
whistle.
None of them see it.
That sort of thing.
Excellent.
What'd you do?
So
I
he,
went up and
he
talked to
takes
the
a look at your
guy.
papers, the ring on your hand. Yes, that is more than adequate. No problems there. I can arrange something for you. It might take a couple of days, but you can certainly look around the building. However, I will have to be present for you to actually get your guided tour in progress.
Excellent. Well, we have a few matters to take care of while we are in the city, so we might come back in a couple of days. And your name was Agris, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Well, when we decide to come back and investigate further into whether or not this is, well, the prestigious school, which I hear it is, I will ask you for you personally, so you can guide us through this wonderful institute you have.
Very well. I will sort something out and free up some time towards the end of the week, and we can sort something out then. Just drop by the day before you want to do your tour, and I suppose you can bring. He looks back, and the other guys have already walked out. The human sorcerer with you if he requires, and Chase, I believe it was.
Yes, well,
Bring those two as well, and I will give the three of you a tour of the grounds.
Oh, believe me,
and
my
the
friend,
building.
you would love Chase to be there because he is going to make a mighty ballad about this place when he's finished.
Many have.
It will
He-
it will be so good it will rouse the dead from their graves, but in the
He
good
tur-
way, not in the bad way.
I hope so. And good day. He turns around and walks back through the door and shuts it behind him.
I'm headed to the library to find out who the Council of Eight are.
So as I leave to catch up with them, I walk up to them and say, "Hey, ding dongs, I got your in."
I give him a pat on the back.
I slap you in the face. Do not touch me.
I look up at Jin and I blow my whistle. I'm sitting on the floor.
As you do that, you just see a big smile come across Jin's face, like, "It is a lovely sound. The band is
Alright,
coming together."
I'm
Considering you
feeling
guys
like
are
I'm being replaced.
I was going to say, considering that you guys have spent a lot of the time just walking around the city. You've probably got time to check out one more place that you can all agree on, and that might call it for the session.
I want to go see my family.
I'm going to the library.
The Colosseum.
Yes.
No, I'm joking. I don't want to go there.
I was going to say you make a few inquiries, but you gather from from the few passers-by that the Colosseum is currently shut.
I don't want to go there.
Okay,
Like,
Especially now that
You just got a heads up that the Colosseum is currently shut.
Random person just walked up to you, was like, "Did you know the Colosseum's shut? Holy shit!" and runs off.
I thought there was a match on, but there's nothing. Okay.
that minotaur was
All right,
fluent
so
in common.
as a group, we must confer. Do we want to go to library or go follow Jin to see his family?
I'd like to see some more snakes.
The only reason I want to go to the library is to find out about the Council of Eight. So that way, if when the robe's done and we've got the thing on Friday.
You mean as that robe that's going to be dressing you up as the Ark Wizard?
Yes, I want to know what his name is, so that way when someone asks me, I'm not going.
Look, I tried.
I'm
tried.
not gonna lie. I don't have much faith in this plan of in a magically enforced city dressing up as one of the Archmages and pretending to be them.
Hey,
I've got a feeling about this.
could roll.
I'm just going to inquire to Jin and be like, Jin, I didn't know you had family here.
Yes, they are. How you say? Government types, I suppose, would be the best way to put them.
Wait, are you a prince?
I don't know if I would say prince, but I am of noble birth. Hence the slap earlier for touching me.
Right.
Yes, it is also how I got the invitation to go back and check out the institute. Seeing as you two failed dramatically.
I didn't even want to get in there. I was happy.
Well, you can always opt to not join us, but it will. You never know. You might find something interesting when we're there.
Okay. Well, while you're having this conversation, a familiar face walks past you in the street and gives you a quick wave.
Is it Jim?
Who is it first?
All the
No, you're too late. You've done it now. Without even thinking, Chase turns around, spits off to the side, realizing that he just spat on Captain Haggart's shirt. He looks at it for a moment, looks at Chase. With the sleeve of his coat, wipes it off.
I hide.
I don't know why you would do that to a random passerby, but
hey, what time of day is it?
Sorry, Captain. I had some corn stuck in my tooth. It was right in the back, and I had to get rid of it. Apologies.
Hey, DM, what time of day is it?
yeah, that happens. It's probably late afternoon, about 2 or so.
Oh, damn. I was hoping it was going to be high noon.
He's like, you guys did me a great service the other day fixing up them rats. And I'm still looking for some information on that crate. It's not turned up anything, which is kind of concerning. But yeah. Anyway, picking up some new weapons from the shop. Gotta get them back to the crew. With you guys gone, they're gonna have to fend for themselves now.
Well,
Captain,
we
is
won't have much
Pierce
help
for
from
you?
Jim.
You sort of notice that he's got 3 scimitars and a longsword under his left arm.
I'm going to be back in a sec. Don't do anything interesting without me.
What was that about, Jim?
Everybody stabbed Jin.
Is Jin there?
No, Jim's not there. Captain Haggard's just grabbing some swords and stuff for the crew. How are you guys finding the
I get
city
a
so
bit
far?
emotional. Is he leaving?
He sort of looks at you from a, well, we can't stay in port forever. We're a trading vessel after all.
Oh, I get a bit emotional.
Didn't take you for the emotional type.
me, Captain. That's
Yeah.
all right. So you
I'm
found
sure
out
you'd be.
nothing-
I was gonna say, I'm sure you'd be emotional once you got back out to sea and rough as guts. But that'd be a different reason entirely.
Mm.
How are you guys finding the city so far? He looks at Capacia.
It's too clean. Not enough opportunities for glory in this city.
They do keep this city mighty clean, and there is plenty of glory and gory things outside the walls. Never you mind.
I look forward to seeing them.
He sort of looks at you with a little smile on his face. I'm sure you do.
And then I say, I walk up to him and I put a string on my little bone whistle. I say, I want you to have this.
I want you to have my toot toot.
He grabs it off. He takes it in his hand for a moment. That's mighty nice of you. I can use this to wake the crew up of a morning. It'll give them a mighty fine scare. Puts it in his pocket.
Surprise train!
Surprise train. Well, I hope you guys enjoy your time in the city. There's plenty of things to see here. Got fancy clothes shops, which looks like you already found. Looks at Kyle for a minute. They look pretty damn new. There's also some potions master hidden down in the docks. And there's
Not the dungeon.
shakes the swords that are under his arm. A good weapons forge right around the corner. Well, a few blocks down and around the corner. But keep an eye on if you do go to visit. She makes some basic stuff, very well made. But her real passion is experimenting. I'm sure she'll tell you all about it. Anyway, better get back to the boat.
I like the sound of this
As
woman
he-
that likes to experiment.
As he walks off, he sort of waves his right hand behind him, or above his shoulder. Doesn't look back, just waves it a few times and then keeps on walking. I think we'll leave it there, guys. So you now have an option of going to the library, going to see Jin's family, or you can go somewhere else. But we'll pick it up next time, because
Dragon Ball Z.
this might get a bit late otherwise.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, the gang goes somewhere to do something
With someone.
We'll see. They
at some
study.
place in time where anything can happen.
Anything might happen.
This summer,
Anything will.
In
Coming
world
to a
of
town
light
near
and magic, there's a group of people doing something for some reason.
And a rabbit.
And
buddy ears
suddenly-
galore.
And suddenly, minor illusions rabbits pulling out of a
Minor
hat.
illusions run rapid.
Yeah, they are.
This summer, are your illusions minor?
Will them fancy clothes be ready in time?
Will Jim ever stop being
Will
a
they
bitch?
ever find out where that restricted library is?
Did Capiche actually disembowel Josh? Find out next time on D&D in the Sundered Isle. All right.